Hello, this is an accidental vagabond, and I am speaking to you from East Machias, Maine. This is where myself and my husband have been living for the past year, and if you have watched any of the travel videos, the road trip travel videos that I posted in the past, you would know that a year ago that trip was based on getting us here. And here we are in East Machias, Maine. I'm standing on the grounds of where we're living. We've been living in a boarding school. My husband is a teacher, a health and wellness and PE teacher and basketball coach. And I have been living off of him. That wasn't the full intention, but that's what happened. And so now we're going to be leaving here, and we leave tomorrow, and we're going to head back to Oregon, and we're going to do another road trip on the way back. But this time I'm going to try to make it a little bit better. We don't have to rush because we don't have jobs, so we're not going to rush. We're going to go back and take our time, a little bit of time, so I can stop and get some photos of things and videos of things other than just the highway, maybe a little more interesting. And of course I'm doing this now because I thought I'd try it again. Back in 2013 I had done these videos when I was living in China, talking to the camera, and I had much better engagement. But I didn't delete those. I hid all those videos for a while. I just recently reopened them because for me personally it's pretty interesting to see what my experiences were and the stories I told from when I was living in China. Maybe it's not interesting for you, but it was interesting for me because it was 10 years ago. But the reason I had taken them off in the first place is, honestly, it just comes down to, a little chipmunk just ran across the road. It just comes down to insecurity. Yeah, I'm not really comfortable doing this, talking to the camera. And another thing is, if you've seen those old videos and you're looking at this one and you think, oh, she looks so different, it's because I'm older. There's 10 years now since I made those videos. Actually, it's 11 years. And yeah, I'm over 50 now and not comfortable with that either, as far as the changes that I'm seeing in my face. And so making these kind of videos with my face in it, it's not easy for me. And why are you talking about this when you're on a travel video? Because if anybody ever watches this, and if I get any comments and somebody's like, why is your face so old and ugly and sagging? I'm just acknowledging, because I'm aging, and your one single comment worked. It totally daggered me. I guess I'm just being transparent and explaining all of my insecurities here. Maybe I'm just recording this for myself so that when I'm 60 and I look back on these, I'd hopefully think, woman, what are you thinking? So I just want to express that right now. I feel like, I don't know if I'll post that, but I just want to express that insecurity that I feel, and why there might be times where I just don't feel like I can speak to this camera. And I just have a phone camera, so and it doesn't have a jack for a microphone, which really sucks. So I am doing the type of filming where I can see myself. I know it would be better to not be able to do that, to just look into the actual camera lens and not look into a picture of my face, so that my brain can't sit there and go, oh my God, get off, don't look, don't be in the camera. But that's not the situation right now. So I got that out of the way. I think that was more for me than for you, but maybe some of you are in the same age range as me, and I'm probably talking to women, but into changes in our bodies as we get older. Maybe it's not that easy to face, and yeah, it's just gonna keep changing from here on out. But that shouldn't stop you. Your insecurity shouldn't stop you. It's amazing the damage that you can do to yourself.
Hello, welcome to An Accidental Vagabond, where we explore the mosaic of our unexpected journeys. This is Road Trip USA Round 2, and if you are interested in seeing any of the other videos, check the links in the description below. Like, subscribe, and comment for more content.
We will be leaving tomorrow. We're going back to Oregon, and this time I'm going to try to stop and actually take some really cool videos of things. I would love to do this for a living, but coming here to East Machias, Maine, working at the school, my husband's working at the school, not me, has been financially a disaster. And I think it's my fault. We used to live in South Korea. We lived in South Korea for 7 years, and the whole time in South Korea I was teaching, and I just got burnt out. I had been teaching prior to that in other countries, so I'd been teaching about 10 years, and yeah, I just burnt out. I just don't want to teach anymore. I don't like the way the system works. Kids are great. Kids can be exhausting, but it's not about the children. And I think anyone that actually is a teacher or has taught in any capacity in any sort of for-profit school, I don't know how the public schools work, but private schools probably knows what I'm talking about. So we left because I wanted more opportunity. I never picked up Korean, and there wasn't any other jobs that I could do. And so my husband and I came back to the United States. He had been teaching. He started teaching in Korea, and he teaches PE, and he's a basketball coach. And our intention was to come to Oregon and live in Oregon, but he got a job opportunity in Maine. So it was at a boarding school where they would house us, and we thought, oh, this is a great way to save some money and pay off our car that we got, because you cannot not have a car. So you have to have a car in America. And we thought we would save money. One thing that we didn't consider, well, let me backtrack. So I was very adamant that I am not working in a school. I am not going to be a teacher. And I thought that I would find another job in town, and just working at a grocery store or something, or a little retail shop, and then try to build some other skills so that I could get out of the teaching industry. And that didn't really work out because where we live is very isolated, and if you know from the videos, I didn't have a driver's license, and due to the isolation and the mail-in requests for taking a driver's license, proof of identity, all that sort of stuff, it took me 8 months to get a driver's license, which is just crazy. And well, it's a 10-month contract, but so, you know, I didn't find a job, and I didn't find anything online, and so I wasn't contributing financially. And you know, this YouTube thing is just not paying off for me. I got no sponsors, I got no viewers. you might say it's a waste of time for me to be doing this. That's really sad. Anyway, pick myself up. So I'm not contributing financially. And then another thing we hadn't actually encountered, we just had assumed, I had assumed, he had assumed, because in Korea and in Oregon, your spouse can, when you work for a company, your spouse can be covered by the insurance. So we just assumed that I would be covered by insurance, and I wasn't. So my husband had to pay full cost for my insurance. We couldn't get any kind of, what is it called? Assistance. I applied for the main coverage, but he made just a tiny bit too much money. But then with the cost of insurance, we would have made the right money, but they don't let you count it like that. So my insurance was $1,000 a month. It was like 980 something, but that's pretty much it. That feels like 1,000. 1,000. Coming from Korea was when I wasn't working at the school and I had to pay for my own health insurance. It was like $25 a month for national health care, and it was great. And I forgot about how horrible America is. Horrible. This country's horrible. Doesn't care about its people. That's how it feels. I mean, I think that's actually the truth. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. So $1,000 a month for health insurance, me not working, and it just killed us. Yeah, well, I'm not going to get into all of that stuff, but anyway, and the school itself wasn't really a good fit, so we decided to leave. But when we left from Oregon to Maine, we had some money. Even though we rushed through that trip, we still had some money, and we had a job ahead of us. Now it's a much more stressful, I would say even scary time going back, because we are in a bad situation financially. I mean, it could be worse. Everything can be worse, but we're in a bad situation financially, or not nearly as good as it was when we came here. And we don't have jobs set up in Oregon, so it's a little bit scary. However, we're going to still make the best of it. The trip itself has already been planned out. So tomorrow we will be going to Vermont, where we're going to camp for a few days, and then Pennsylvania, we'll camp for a few more days. And then after that, we go to Michigan, and we're going to stay in Michigan for about a week, and I can talk about that later, but that has to do with something that my husband's doing. And once we get to Michigan, I'll fill you in on more of the next phase of the trip. But I will work really hard. I'll do my best to get much better footage than I did on the last time. Actually pull over and stop. We're not, like I said, we don't have jobs, so we're not rushing. We're semi-rushing because we need to find jobs, but we're not like completely rushing because we don't have a job. And yeah, hopefully these will be better quality, and some people watch and come back and like and subscribe. But in between all this talky, I'm gonna film some of the places that I've been visiting, doing the voiceovers, and yeah, I mean I am gonna miss the birds here. There's so many amazing birds, but I'm not gonna miss living in the dorm with teenagers. Hey teenagers, you guys are loud. You're very loud. And you don't go to bed. Yes, I'm going to film a little bit of what is I see on a daily basis, everything that I'm going to miss. What I'm going to miss the most about this part of Maine is the nature. Oh my goodness, so much beautiful nature. Okay, let's take a pause. So it's the end of the school year, so there's a lot of activity going on, and I want to just walk down the road, but I think I'm probably going to get cars and stuff pulling in. I mean, it's not like crowded, but they're doing a lot of maintenance on the school. But this is the walk I would take Penny on, our dog, every single day, twice, 3 times a day. It's just dirt road. This is all school grounds, and it is beautiful, but windy. So this is the walk that I would take. This is my favorite tree stump. I call it the witch tree. This beautiful. One thing about Maine is that there's actual 4 seasons here, and this has been a real spring. We didn't have a heavy winter. Yeah, really not a lot of snow. There was I expected a lot of snow. I'm disappointed there wasn't a lot of snow, but it was there was still some snow days. But yeah, there was a beautiful fall, a crazy hot summer with bugs. I hate bugs. Maine bugs suck. And now it's June. And it still feels really nice and springy. I think starting today, we're going to start getting the heat. Last year when we drove across the United States, it was crazy hot. And I expect the same because of climate change. So we will be on fire watch. That might affect some of our travels. I hope not. You know, I wish there's no fires, but I just don't think that's going to be the case. I think I've said all I need to say.
So I'm just gonna end this video with some final photos of East Machias around the Cutler area where we had been living for a year. As you can see, it's idyllic, it's very beautiful, but it was a sleepy, very small community. So please come back and check out the videos that I'm gonna have of the road trip back from Maine to Oregon. This time we're not gonna stop in California. And hopefully we don't have any fires on the way. All right, like and subscribe, please, if you wanna see more content. Ciao, travelers.